If you ever wondered how I decide about the colors for my flower, then here it is, a piece of paper separate to my page where I can do some swatches and decide about the colors for my next flower. I would love you to try it and see which colors may match with each other, which colors will look great together, and that's how I find out about my colors. This particular flower was inspired by my previous video. You can actually see that flower on the screen right now, the bluey colorful flower. I loved it so much, but actually everyone else loved it as well, and it was only the short real version sped up and obviously not full tutorial, so I figured I'm gonna make the real deal. We're gonna make the full video with the chats. I'm just looking at my dots, your favorite technique, mine as well, and I see the mistake I made with the color dot, but that's okay. I only see it now when I do the voiceover. Look at this color mixture. Look at this color combination. I encourage you to try it because this is the fun part. This is the best part of this tutorial, of this video. How the color is gonna act, how the pigment will flow, how they're gonna mix. This is why I'm addicted from these flowers. Literally addicted. I love it. I think there is nearly no day go without me trying at least one flower a day, sometimes 5. And actually after this one I made at least 10 more. I love it so much. And it is easy and it is doable, and it's a huge surprise of what we're gonna have, what kind of petals we're gonna have. I love this surprise part. I love that we really don't know how the colors will act, what kind of rainbowy effect we're gonna get, and I would love you to try it. And as you can tell, the flowers that I have been inspired myself, of course it didn't work out exactly the same way, and that's the beauty of it. Now a little pro tip. As you could see, I have placed some heavy books, cardboards on top of my flower to flatten it, so when it was hot and warm after drying it, everything was buckled. So I put the heavy books on top for 2-3 minutes and everything is flat again. So I encourage you to try this because then you can easily work and do your doodles with no problems. My paper also buckled. Don't think that it doesn't. And especially if you have thicker paper, it's better. But the more water, the more pigment you're gonna add, the more drying time, the more buckling will happen. But that's okay too. You can always straighten it. As you can tell, I'm doing my favorite part, which is doodle. Well, it's not favorite for everyone, but I can assure you that if you give it a chance, give it a time, give it a go, it can become your very favorite part. It's so therapeutic, and I love to come up with new ways, new ideas for my center of the flower. As I have mentioned before, I've done another 10 flowers possibly because I was really curious of the colors combination I can get, and also I was trying to look for different middle parts for the flower, different doodles. And come back to me, guys, because I have come up with such a gorgeous middle part ideas, and that the actual flower look more realistic, very dimensional, very 3D, super shading. It's just awesome. I would love you to also remember that in this particular part of this video, you need to give yourself a time, give yourself a permission to just doodle away, doodle away. Doodling can be very therapeutic, and it is me time. I treated this with such respect that it's me time, that I can just relax and do stuff. And the more time you give to these drawings, the better you become, the more confident you will get, and also you will see the progress, and that the flower really start looking different. I think better, just because of giving time. And I think many times when I look back at the other flowers centers, I was like rushing much more, and I wouldn't be able to achieve that depth in the flower center. Again, it's my way of seeing it. You don't necessarily have to agree with it. You can do your own thing, and you don't need to have depth if you don't want to. You don't need to have shading if you don't want to. And if you want to make it super fast, even stamp some center, that's okay too. There's no rules. There's no such a thing as rules. I would love you to know that. And I have been saying this forever. No rules. Art. There's no rules. Like, do however it feels. Substitute where you can. If you don't have stuff, if you don't have gel pen, you can use diluted white acrylic paint maybe, and just use a toothpick and just make dots with that. So there's always some solution. There's always a way. My husband says there's always a solution, Hannah. He says that to our younger daughter. There's always a way. Don't worry. Just try different things. Now the fun part, the glitter. I love it. This is just a simple glue and me doing dots with that glue. So I poured some glue from the bottle to my paper, so I'm able to stamp little dots. I used to use directly from the bottle, but there was way too much glue and way too much glitter was glued. I just didn't like that. So take your time. That also is time consuming, but it's so rewarding when it's delicate amounts are glued down. So take your time, honestly. But if you don't like glitter, that's okay. I wonder, are you a glitter fan or not? Do you think that watercolors and glitter don't come together, don't go together? Because truth to be told, I think I've never seen anyone doing watercolor and glitter per se. Honestly, I'm sure there was someone, but I haven't seen it. So I'm so proud of coming up with this little thing that is just so me. And I love the sparkles. I love the bling. And look at it. Gorgeous eco-friendly glitter. Just so you know, this one is biodegradable. So it is good for environment. And I'm excited about that. I'm happy that that's just a good one, because we know how plastic is bad, especially regular glitter, bad for the environment. Now the fun part is to see how the glitter looks. How is our flower? I wonder, do you like the glitter? Do you like the bling? Or do you prefer just to go with the doodle part and just keep it simple? And that's okay too. You can do a few steps from my tutorial. You can do everything as I showed you. However it feels comfortable with you. You have to be comfortable with it. And if you wish to do exactly as I did, that's okay too. I'm super happy, and I'd be privileged if you will try this for yourself. I would be super happy. Now 2 flowers, the one that I have been inspired by. Tell me, left or right? Left or right? Pick one. Which is your favorite? Left or right? I love both, honestly. I'm gonna finish here. Happy painting!